Barça! Barça! Barça!
Hello and welcome to Talk FCB and welcome back here to the channel, guys. And I have to say, I've got some good news coming up for you today. In this news roundup, we are going to be discussing the greatest player on planet Earth right now. That is, of course, Lionel Messi. And we are also going to be discussing the immediate future of Ousmane Dembele. There have been some strange reports coming out very recently from the local media in Barcelona, and we're going to be discussing those in their entirety. All of that coming up and more. Let's do this. But of course, we have to start with the man himself, the great one, the fantastic one, and the returned one. He is back in full training. Lionel Messi today returning to the field, and he took part in the training session. Messi is back, confirmed by Barcelona this afternoon. You can see here, look at those pictures. He is so happy to be back on that training field, the want to be there. He's been working so hard to be back in training, and this comes just 11 days, only 11 days after he sustained that injury against Sevilla to his arm. And at the time, you remember, he went down, he was in a lot of pain, they got strapping on it straight away, and it looked at the time like it was going to be really serious. But Messi here, what a warrior, what a leader, back on the pitch already, returning, and he wants to be out there, doesn't he? You know Messi, you know every single second that he's on those sidelines, he wants to be on the field. And he's said many times that he feels more nervous when he's watching on from the stands than he does when he's out there playing, because at least when he's out there playing, he's in full control. He takes control of that situation, and we are going to be seeing him back on that pitch in the Barcelona shirt very soon. But having said that, I would not risk Messi under any circumstances whatsoever. I would want him to be absolutely 100% fit before he returns. He has to be fully recovered. He has to be fully healed. And I think personally, returning to training today, I would have thought that in his own mind, he's targeting that trip to San Siro. We play Inter away from home in just 6 days' time. Now, I wouldn't really expect him to be starting that game, but perhaps, just perhaps, he could be on the bench. And even that in itself, you know what that does. Whenever the opposition can see that Messi is in front of them, they might be faced with this man, they are intimidated. I think having him on the bench for that really tough away trip to Inter, who are in good form, especially at home, that could be a very welcome addition for us. But like I say, do not risk him under any circumstances. We can't rush him back. He has to be perfect. And I think what has to happen as well, you've got to remember, we've coped very well without Lionel Messi, because that's what we've got now. We've got the advantage of playing well, doing well as a team, getting the results without him, which means he doesn't need to be rushed back. He can come back on his own terms. He'll want to get out there quickly, but they've got to say to him, look, are you absolutely ready? Because Messi knows he's got to get his body right, and that, of course, is our main priority. And on that exact subject, really, I do want to discuss, and I have done now since the Inter game and since the Real Madrid game, I want to discuss what our team has done without Lionel Messi, because naturally, following our impressive performances against Inter, our big win against Real Madrid, I think it's safe to assume right now we have coped extremely well without Messi, without the best player in the world, dragging us along, saving us when we need it. We've done incredibly well, and I think, to be honest, we've done a lot better than a lot of us expected. The team has really pulled together as one, and I think what we have to do now is learn from this kind of experience. We've got to learn from our time and look at what we've done without Messi, and then try to implement what we've done without him, try and implement that into our play with him, because that will be absolutely massive. And I think if we can do that, our team will be all the more stronger for it. Because I think with the absence of Messi, every single player on that pitch against Inter, against Real Madrid, they have stepped up as one. They've taken on more responsibility as individuals, as a collective, and they've worked really effectively as a team in a really structured system. Our midfield has been very strong, the wing-backs have been good, we've been solid defensively, and Suarez has really led the team right from the front in attack. And I think together, the team, along with Ernesto Valverde as well, do deserve huge credit for the last two games, the way they've gone about it, not only the results, but also the way that we've played. And I think what we have to do now is keep this up once Messi returns, because alongside Messi, it's easy easy sometimes to sort of slip into the sense of letting him take on all the responsibility, let him carry the team, let him score the goals, create the goals, drop into midfield when he needs to. You can sort of let him do what he wants because you know that he can do it. And that can cause then a drop-off in intensity in some of the other players, maybe a bit of loss of form, and we cannot afford to do that. These players have shown the responsibility, they've shown the quality, they've taken all that on without him. Now they've got to show that kind of leadership, that kind of confidence alongside Messi, alongside the greatest in the world. Because just imagine the quality of Messi, everything that he can bring to a football team, alongside a team playing at their maximum, every player giving everything and really raising their level with Messi. Imagine what that team can do. Imagine the quality that that team can have, working as one in a structured system, having Messi there, but also not overly relying on him. Every player can play their part, and what you're looking at there is a title-winning team, and that is exactly what we have to aim for. And now we will move on to those Ousmane Dembele reports surrounding the future of the Frenchman. And there have been very much murmurs in sport, in RAC1, that Dembele's future may lay outside of Barcelona and the club could actually make the decision to sell him next year. That's what RAC1 have been saying, that the decisions have been made, they've been speaking in the boardroom, and Dembele could be on his way out. Now, the first thing that I'll say about these reports is it's not the first time nor the last time that we're going to read and that we're going to hear about Dembele's future. The reason for that, it sells. It sells papers, it sells clicks. Those papers, they want discussion. They want people talking about it. They want people to have a look and see or read more about it. That's what they want. They want you to go there and really get involved in their story. So that'll keep circulating. The news will keep that coming. But I think right now, regardless of what those reports say, I fully believe that Dembele's future remains at Barcelona. We signed him from Borussia Dortmund just over a year ago, remember, not last summer, but the summer before. It was a massive feat. It was a big sort of transfer story at the time, a lot of hype surrounding the move, and I think right now he's still finding his feet in the team. He's still trying to find that rhythm. He's had injury problems, he's been in and out of the team, some things for his own fault, some things not, and I think genuinely here Dembele is trying his best to succeed, and I do believe that in time Dembele certainly will be an overwhelming success here at Barcelona in Barcelona colours, because you've got to remember here, this is a guy who's still only 21 years old. He's got a lot of potential, he's got a lot of quality in his game, he needs more game time, he needs more opportunities on the pitch, and we say that a lot about Dembele to showcase that full potential, but he's also got to pull together his side of the deal. It's not just about Valverde putting him in the team, it's not just about his teammates finding him and gelling on the pitch. He's got to work hard himself, he's got to stay professional, and he has to take his chances when he's given those opportunities on the field. And I do believe that Dembele, over the course of this season, when it really comes down to it, when the business end of the season comes and you've got some big games, Dembele will step up when we need him most. Because, you look at the start of the season, he started very well with a lot of confidence. He won us the Super Cup against Sevilla, a brilliant winning goal. He scored some very important goals early on in the season as well. You think about that game away at the Anoeta, a really vital goal, as well as against Valladolid as well. And since then, he's suffered a bit. He's been in of the team, he's been out of the team, he's been frozen out for a few weeks, but he just needs to keep working hard. And I cannot stress that enough. Don't let your head drop. If you're Dembele right now, you've got to keep positive. You've got to keep focused on your goal of succeeding at this club. That's what he wanted when he joined. He dreamed of joining Barcelona. He's not just going to throw that away now. He wants to be a success here, and he has to keep that in mind. He's got to stay professional. Always stay that model professional. Keep working hard, and your rewards, they will come. Because you look at the Clásico, he did exactly that. He didn't start the game. I'm sure that he was very disappointed not to be starting in the Clásico, but he could have let his head drop. He didn't do that. This time, he stood up. He said, you know what? Doesn't matter. When I'm given my chance, when I've got the call to come on, I'm going to come on and I'm going to make an impact. And that is exactly what he did. He proved his point in the right way. He came off the bench. He was involved in the late surge of goals in the game. He had a really big impact. And that's what he needs to do. Give Valverde something to think about every time you step on that pitch, and do it in the right way. Keep working hard and keep focusing on that big goal, succeeding at Barca. And so coming back to those reports, guys, from Sport, from RAC1, like I say, this will not be the last of them. You're going to hear these reports recycled, especially when we come to the January transfer window. They are going to be in full flow. But I would simply right now cast them aside. Dembele was a huge investment on our part. It was his dream to be here. He wanted to succeed in the Barcelona shirt. And in time, I really do, I still deep down believe that he will be a success here. And we will see the best of this big talent. And it's going to be in a Barcelona shirt. shirt. It's gonna happen right here in front of our eyes. But of course, guys, not just about me, I want to know your thoughts. What do you think right now of the Ousmane Dembele situation? Do you believe these reports? Do you read anything into them? Do you think Dembele will be staying as a Barcelona player? And most importantly, do you still believe in this young star? Do you think that he can become the player that we all want him to? The player that we all hope that he'll become? Let me know that in the comments down below, guys. And of course, I will be seeing you later on for the match review between Cultural Leonesa and Barcelona. It's match day. The Copa del Rey is returning, and also returning is Lionel Messi. That's great news. I'll see you later, guys. But until then, as always, Vesca El Barça.